Welcome to Land the House. I'm Seth. Today I've got the Bluetti EB3A power station. This 600 watt power station is packed full of features that you don't normally find in a unit of this size. Let's open the box and take a look at all of its features. This power station comes with the unit itself, a little instruction booklet, a warranty card, and a single AC power cord. Now the first thing you'll notice about this unit, it does not have the giant AC to DC power brick that normally comes with these units. The converter is built into this box and you won't have to use that giant block that these normally come with. So AC cable, all you have to have. All right, let's go ahead and go over the features real quick. So right here is the power button with an LED light right here with several modes. LCD screen for the readout. On the DC output, you've got one cigarette lighter output right here. You've got two barrel plugs, 12 volt, 10 amp. The power button for DC is right here. Two USB type A, 5 volt, 3 amp. Over here you've got a single USB type C, 100 watts. Down here is your input, so you can do this barrel plug input is an MPPT charge controller, and it is 12 to 28 volts with 8.5 amps. Right here is your AC input, so typical 120 volt, which is let's see, 9 amp max. So that's where you're going to plug up your AC cord. Looks like that right there might be a little bit loose, but it is what it is. Over here, you've got a circuit protect. It's 125 volt AC, 10 amp. So you just, if it pops out, you can push that back in to reset. Over here is your AC output, 120 volt AC, 600 watt max, and you've got two of those with a power button right there. On the top of the unit, you have a fold-out carrying handle, which seems to be well made. I like that. And then down here, you've got a wireless charging output of 15 watts. I can't tell you how many times I've used this now that my cell phone charging cable does not work anymore. Over here on the side, you've got an open place for some air to enter into. If we move over to this side, it's got a cooling fan right up here. The back has nothing on it. And the bottom here, you've got some little rubber feet and then some information about the unit right there. To turn on the LCD screen, I'm going to hold down this button right here to turn the power on. You can see it has 0 watts input, 0 watts output, 65% battery, 30 hours, and right down here you've got the hertz, so it's set at 60 hertz. Now if you need to change the hertz value from 60 to 50, you can hold down the DC power and the AC power for about 2 seconds. It will blink here. If you press the AC power, it'll change it over to 50, and then to get out of that, you would hold both of these down. While we're here, let me push the DC button once, and you'll see it's in echo mode. The echo mode means that it will turn off at about 4 hours, and it will look for 10 watts. So if the unit doesn't use 10 watts in 4 hours, then it just turns off. So I'm gonna go ahead and click that back over so it'll run things even if they are below 10 watts. Keep on 60 hertz. There we go. Now this over here is the LED light. If I push this button once, you can see the light comes on, and it's using 1 watt. Press it again, 2 watts, and then that is your SOS, and then back off. Something else that makes this unit unique is that it has a UPS, which is an uninterruptible power supply, which means you can plug this up to the AC power and it will pass power from your grid to this unit and then out right here. And so as soon as you pull the plug, it will continue to use the battery inside of this unit. So let's say you had a computer, like a laptop, that you needed to have charged, and then the power goes out, then this will continue to charge it even after the AC power has been removed. So let's go ahead and try that out here as well in a moment. I have an orbital sander that's going to use a couple 100 watts. Let's go ahead and turn this unit on by pushing the power button here. I can plug this up and then turn on the AC by pushing this button down here. And we'll go ahead and turn this on and see what kind of watts we have used right here on the AC. I'll zoom in so you can also see the display a little better. I have both a sander and a jigsaw. Let's see what happens if I turn both of these on at the same time. For a moment it had 617 watts and it continued to run those no problem because that surge allows it to run for a little while at 1200 watts. So it ran about 550 and then dropped down to about 480, and so it was well within the 600 watts to run those two tools. Turn this back on. I'm going to turn on the DC side over here. I've got a flashlight. I'm going to plug up here to the USB type A and then plug this up here. So I'm seeing the red light on the light here, and it says that it's currently at 11 watts output. It'll run that for 11.7 hours. Currently the charge is at 63%. Let's go ahead and plug up the AC power to this unit. See what we get here. So I'm seeing 247 to 269. There's a bit of a range. I'm sure it'll find its happy place in there, but so it's got about 250 watts coming in, and it looks like it'll be charged in 0.3 hours at that rate. Down here in the corner it does say UPS, which means I should be able to use this saw while it's charging, and it will basically bypass the inverter that's in here and allow me to use the saw, use the power station, but bypass everything. So here we go. Let's go ahead and turn this on. AC's on. Yes, so it was still charging at 250 watts while it was using about the same. In order to use the charging up here, you can't just place your phone there and expect it to work. You have to turn on the DC right here. So now it says DC is on. I can set this here, and now it is charging. So hopefully you can see that right there, and the red light is on. So it's very, very nice to be able to have the unit charging while doing that. A lot of these power stations do not have that feature to allow charging while this is being used up here. And it's very rare to have one of the units this size to be able to charge like this and have the AC operated. So very nice to have that. Charging this off of regular house power has done quite well. I really enjoy how quiet this is. So let's go ahead and hook up a 100 watt solar panel. I've got one right here. And to do that, I just simply have to take the power cord here, and I'm going to connect it to the 12 to 28 volt input here on the front of the unit, and that should start charging. And one thing that I really want to check is to see if the pass-through power works with solar like it does with the AC power. So basically, can I continue to use this while solar power is coming to it? So let's go ahead and open this up. Take the power cord, plug it in right here. So it's 12 to 28 volt DC. The display did turn on. Not sure how well it's going to show up for you there. Let me go ahead and get this panel turned up into the sun. Very hot out today. It's about 85 degrees. Let's see what we got coming in. There's currently 57 watts, 80, 84. Hopefully you can see that. 84 watts coming in. It's going to take 0.6 hours, so less than an hour. I don't know if I adjust this a little bit more into the sun, if it'll do a little bit more. I mean, 84 is not terrible. Once again, I'm bringing this orbital sander out. Let's see what we got. So 70 watts, 76, 84. Yeah, so looks like 84 is where it's going to max out here with this panel. So I want to know, will it continue to charge and use the AC at the same time? So we got that right there. So 83 watts coming in. Oh, let's turn on. All right, I heard it pop on right there. It says AC. That feature right there is amazing. So you're able to use the AC while it's still charging on the solar. Great, I love that. As the Bluetti is reaching the last 1% here, let me see if I can zoom in a bit so you can see what's going on. Maybe. Anyway, there we go. So yeah, 99%, 26 watts coming in, 0.1 hours left. Now the fan did turn on for a little while when it was right there around the 90%, but I think here in the next little bit we will see this thing reach 100 as it finishes up here. Now the Bluetti EB3A has a 268 watt hour battery and it's able to run 600 watts. So you technically could not run this at full for an hour, but I have a 200 watt LED light that I want to plug up to this and then see how long it takes to get to 50% charge on that battery. So we will plug up the power, turn on the timer, and see when this thing hits 50%. This light is super bright, so I'm going to put it over here in the corner. Go ahead and turn the unit on. We are at 100% charge. Turn the AC on down here. And go ahead and plug this up. Showing 211 watts. So I've got the timer started. Let's see how long it takes to get. It says it'll run it for 1.2 hours. So we're looking at somewhere around 30 minutes or so. I missed 50% by a few minutes, but we're at 46% now, and it's been 41 minutes. So about 35, 36 minutes is about what we anticipated, and that's what it was. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. And it's nice to know that that battery rating there is pretty much hitting what it's supposed to hit. I've been using the Bluetti EB3A now for about a week, and I have a nice list of pros and cons for this unit. So first of all, it's so nice having the power brick for the AC to DC converter inside of the unit. So all you have to have is this one AC cable, and you can bypass carrying around the giant Bluetti power brick that they provide for some of their other units. So that right there is a very nice feature. So my cell phone, about 8 months ago, the charging port stopped working, and so I've been using wireless chargers. And so this one, of course, has one. But what's so nice about this that's not found in other power stations is the pass-through power. So basically, I can charge this with the AC plugged up, and it just never runs out of power because my phone doesn't use that much. So very nice to have that feature. So with other power stations, if you have the DC charging turned on, you have to have the AC unplugged for it to work. Not the case with this unit. As far as build quality goes, I like this thing a lot. All the Bluetti I've used have had the same quality, so very nice there. The solar charging was good. Temperature was hot, it's almost 90 degrees out, but it did charge with a single 100 watt panel at about 84 watts. The fan kicked on a little bit with that. Whenever I have plugged this up on the AC, the fan does not turn on, and it will charge with well over 250 watts, so definitely charges quick. Other pros of this unit, has plenty of outputs, has the 2 inputs, and I like how the flap on the DC car charger is down, so it doesn't sag open when you don't want it. So like, there you go right there. And then the, sorry, I was touching the AC right here. So both the flaps are the same, I guess is what I was getting at. Display is nice and clear. AC works just fine on the 600 watts. So for the cons list, the battery size at the 268 watt hours, it's kind of small. Using that 200 watt LED light pulled this thing down in about 35-36 minutes to 50%. So definitely it'd be nice to have a bigger battery capacity in this unit. The last thing I thought of that might be kind of a con is not having an Anderson plug for charging the unit. So you have to either have a barrel plug or just the AC cable for this right here. If you want to check out the Bluetti EB3A, then I'll have a link in the description down below to the Amazon page and also the Bluetti website. I'm Seth with Land A House, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.